Okay, the next job on the lift ups is to hold down the end that doesn't have the hinge, which I'll show you in a minute. Now I'm using these over centre fasteners. Now they're like you get a little hook that starts where this will sit on, and then you clamp it down. And if it's too loose, you just swing it until it's tight enough, or vice versa. If it's too tight, you swing it back. But that's sort of how it's going to look. So I'll take you over to the layout and show you what I mean. Now there's one part of the hinge, if you want to call it a hinge. But what I've also done is I've put a block up the end of the lift up with the hook there, so the hook will go on there. So as it comes down, you can see I can put it on the hook, and then I push it down, and that locks it in place. So this table won't move. So that way when I align the tracks up, I can align the tracks up in the down spot, so my tracks will always line up. And just as simple as flip it up and lift. So I'm going to put all these on the other two sides. And also I'm going to use plywood for the base, where this one I just used normal pine, and I just thought the plywood would be stronger in the end. But I'm going to leave that pine on there because it's working, but the rest will all be ply. And also when I'm putting the block under the lift up, I'm actually having a 3mm gap from the beam, so when you lift it up and down, the beam's not going to crash into the other beam. Okay, all the hinges are on now. Yeah. Now they're all solid as a rock now. So the next job is, now that I've got it coming down okay, now I've got to line it up so it will always be lined up, because once it's just all guesswork now, so I'll show you exactly what I'm going to do there. Okay, now I'm going to put these pins. These pins are called table leaf dowel aligner, and you have a cover that goes over the top. So this one will go into the bottom of the board, and then this one will go on the lift bridge. Then it will just go in like so. Now I got these from eBay, and they're called, as I said, table leaf dowel aligner. They're 8mm pins and sockets. So this will stop the table from going sideways. But I'm only going to just use one pin on each end. So I'll show you what it's going to look like. Okay, I have my first plug in. I think they're called male N, and then the other one is there. Now I did 2 holes, I was gonna use 2, but I don't need to use 2. So I'm only gonna use the 1. So now when I put it down, she'll go in the hole and it will stop it from going sideways. And also when I put in the hinge down, and now she's stable in the same spot. So I'll go ahead and finish the other 2. And then I'll be right for maybe some track. Okay, all the lift ups have now got their dowel piece in now. So they'll all go in. So now that does the sideways and obviously underneath. So that's all now complete. So in my next one I'll do a separate video just for what I'm doing with the tracks and wiring up. I just thought I'd get this out so you can see it all sort of complete, other than scenery, of course. So far so good. And also, so I just kept to the one pin. And the same on the top, obviously, the 1 pin. Now when I actually put these pins in, I actually was going to go to the centre, but most of the boards needed to be pushed to the right, so I thought I'd go to the farthest or the furthest side. But it's really good now that they all close really good. And at the back, still with the 3mm gap,